My application was called Click and Save, and it's basically just a way to find deals in your local area. It grabs, well, once you give it your zip code, it grabs every deal within a 20-mile radius from Groupon, um, local something, I forgot what it's called, and then all the like stores that offer a deal close by, like all the mom and pop stores too, not just big franchises and stuff. So I'm going to type in 14214, and I'm also going to do another search on another one just to show you that it does everywhere. 14214 is Buffalo, New York. So it loads pretty slow because of the actual API that I'm using, but now it's all loaded. So as you can see, when you first go in here, you get your local deals. It's pretty straightforward. When you look here, you just go through whatever you want, and it's like, okay, cool. Uh, I did that one in class, so I'm gonna go back up and I'm gonna get this deal. I want to go to the zoo, the Buffalo Zoo, and it says I can get $10 off. So the user could be like, okay, well, you know what? I just want to redeem it, and it's gonna take them to a new tab. I have it redirecting to a new tab. That way, it doesn't exactly like kick them out of the application. That way, they can still view more deals and things like that. That's an issue with the actual API. I can't like grab stuff from all the different sites. I can't query down that low. Um, but then if they're like, hey, I know my friend Bridget or someone would love this, they could go through and they can email it right here. Just type it in and it's like, oh yeah, to Bridget from me, and then send it as an email. Or they can share it on their Facebook if they'd like to. And the same thing for Twitter. So it's pretty straightforward. Everything works just like that. Right here, it gives the brief description, the name, and the actual deal name. And then it gives a brief description down below. And if it's a lot of description, you of course can scroll down. This right here is the expiration date, the date that the actual deal expires, and then the link to redeem it. And yeah, that's basically it. It's pretty simple. So now if we did the area that I'm in now, which is 32792 for Winter Park, and we just search, I don't know. The redirect is taking pretty long this time. Here we go. Have to skip. Mm, Here we go. Have to wait till the API loads it. I think the next time I would just want to find a way, like if I was to make this actually a live site, I want to find a way where I don't have to use this API, maybe an equivalent of like Yelp's API, Groupon, everyone, and then basically load them all up into my database and then get the deals that way. But then they could redeem, their zoo ticket right here that is from Valpak for their $5 off. And then their $1 off each regular zoo, then $5 off the regular price membership. And they just simply print it out. If you click back here, this is the local deals for this area, 32792. And it's exactly the same. As you can see, it changed from New York to Florida. You share it the same way. Um, that's why I want to keep the search here, because if they change their mind and it's like, you know what, I don't want to look in this area anymore. I'm going out of town. I want to check another place. Let's try this one. And they hit search. You can keep using it. You're not being kicked out. This place only has one local deal and they share it exactly the same. Okay, so now for the actual code, I need to load brackets, and I'm going to quit out of terminal. As you can see in my terminal, I still have an array printing out, and I'll make sure that I close that out. This is just the basic CSS. I know you don't care about this part, but it's just the basic styling of the site that I did. It's nothing special. right here, and I'm starting on with the HTML stuff. Right here is the home page, the home view that everyone sees. I'm not calling anything from the actual Python or anything from the objects, so it doesn't really matter, but this is the home HTML. And then in display HTML, this is where I'm actually putting the information. So here, for every item in data, I'm grabbing it and putting it in an unordered list. And then that's the name, the deal title. And I'm getting all this from the actual API. And right here is where I added the sharing information. And that would be where I used a widget using JavaScript. And I had to take all of my app IDs and secret codes from Google, Facebook, and Twitter and put them in there. And then that will actually show all of the shares that it has gotten. That way, the application does not load as slow. Because when you're loading Facebook share, Twitter share, and Google share, it it loads really slow. So with the API calls and all that going really slow too, I want to figure out a way to make it go a little bit faster, at least not as delayed. So I did it through here. As you can see, I've shared it 12 total times, 6 on Twitter and 5 on Facebook and 1 with Gmail. That was just a simple emailing because I was doing a lot of testing. But here, back to the code. I had to make API calls. And actually right here in this app.route for display, I'm working on my version 2. I'm pushing everything into a new route. And then from that route, I'm gonna basically try to grab all the information from this array right here and then load it into my database. That way I can have login and all that kind of stuff and also keep the other way. So my version 2 of this is going to go really far, but I think version 1 really went well too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to implement commenting for version 2 like you told me during my presentation if I do it built in through my application, which I think that's the best route to go. So that's what I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to push it a little bit further than that and actually make it a live site. So yeah, that was my final individual project called Click and Save.